Alright, here we are, Zoo. This is just coming straight off that other match. I'm Lt.terkoiz with the 9th Corps, Zoo. This is a public match in the Peace and War of Rights server. I thought it was alright. The match just kind of started. It's 3 minutes in. You see the Union.
I don't know how that shot was. I hope.
Kind of uncommon, from what I've seen so far. The Union's massing a nice push up on the left. It can make sense. It looks like this is not the worst place to be. You got an SR guy, Lorenzo, here.
Yeah, try to stay in formation now.
Interesting little place. I've never really tried to go in this corn before. I've been up on this hill before though, shooting across at each other, but what I usually see as the Union is either a really bloody charge into this position here with the intent to kind of take the house and to take behind the point there. But what I've also seen where is the Union coming from this angle, having one company hit this fence, kind of fix to it, the companies over there, and have another company come running around here and take this hill and try to, and then full commit to this side and try to just blast them from this side. Once the Union takes this position right here, and they don't overextend into the point, then I think they're getting a lot of good kills on the CSA. But let's go back to the action. Looks like the Union's just trying a big long battle line, and this is probably why you don't do it. This is probably why you don't do this tactic, is the CSA guns. But we can see is the CSA is probably behind on tickets a little bit, just by a slight amount. I would like to see more men run into this corn and kind of shoot from the side. Because I imagine you can get pretty close to this artillery. No, you can't. Maybe up to like here. Yeah, you could get some nice shots from.
Can you protect my right side
right here
over there, boys, on the corner?
Oh, here comes the rest of the Union. I'm interested to see how this works. I like this left side play. You got the high ground. You have the corn behind you, so you're not quite silhouetted. CSA is looking at them, though. You do have the nice bright blue pants as the Union, though.
They're not even fucking using it. That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna hold here and shoot them.
The entire Union is going to try to push up to that left side, it looks like. CSA is trying to match him. If all the CSA has to do is form a battle line up here, as close to the out of bounds as they can, and CSA Union, one of the Union's companies is kind of back here still. I think they could make a play on point if they really wanted to. Early cap, not a bad idea. Because what that'll force is the CSA off this left side, and then it'll let the Union in. Unless, of course, they get expelled by like just a small CSA company, and both those larger companies stay there on the right. Union is getting a little blasted here. They're now behind on tickets. They are now behind on tickets. And I think it is mostly due to this left push. I mean, look at all this open order battle line right in front of the guns. Artillery, I mean. That's a lot of damage right there. And then you're right in front of the guns here, too. I believe this is why I've probably never seen this push on the left. I mean, there's just all these guns aimed right at you. But you could be trading half a morale stage here for the CSA to get complacent and to fully commit to their CSA right side. And you know what? Maybe that opens up this right side that I was talking about. Maybe these guys can move all the way up and take out that man there. He seems to be moving forward. He seems to not be stagnating, which is good. You can't just stand there and let them see what's happening. Which this gentleman does see what's happening. And he's gonna tell everyone on his team. Either in chat or, yep, and here comes the CSA responding instantly.
Otto to left. Left.
Are there any enemies? No. On me. Left side. Left side. Left side. Over here. Fucking form up. Form up. Engage.
The Union does have more men here, but they're not formed up correctly.
New line to your left. They're all right there.
As they get formed in formation, though, they should be able to win this gunfight, I would think. But they're not. They are not in a good position. That Union company's lost a good amount of cohesion. They have not been able to form a nice battle line. Whereas the CSA here has a nice battle line shooting right into them.
Push up. Ah.
And with the CSA, with the Union more clumped, it's a lot easier to land the shots. And now there's CSA on both sides of them, so that push from the right utterly failed by the Union. They've lost almost another half of morale stage. Good idea. I like the idea. Just the CSA, they saw it coming and shifted 2 companies to meet him. A little quicker into line, into a nice line over here, would have saved some lives and maybe would have had them trade tickets a little better. But as a distraction goes, that was pretty good because now it's 1v2 over here. So we'll see what happens if the Union can come take this arty hill. But I think if the Union just fully charges this artillery, I think they take it. They're not gonna take the hill.
So we can basically.
So I've been over here on this side, so the Union can bring their flags up in this concealment. They get a big push from here, and then they can try to charge into this position. The problem with that, well, there's many problems with it, but a big problem with it is this centerpiece can just fall back. And if that centerpiece falls back and has these guys coming over for reinforcements, and those gentlemen shooting in on your side, then it's not good. So I think the only avenue of attack was this artillery. I don't know if you can actually get up there as this CSA Union. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can and shoot down from these rocks. Because taking this side of the field would be nice for the Union. If you can take that position on the guns as the Union and have the CSA lining up perpendicular to your own guns, then you should start doing some good damage as the Union. They just have to get the CSA to line up in a way that their guns can shoot them pretty easily. I mean, not like this isn't that hard. This isn't that hard of a shot for the Union guns. They should be able to shoot through this bush and hit this tree, but Union's really stagnating. They're still at battle ready. Both teams are battle ready at 12 minutes into the match, so very slow match so far. I don't know the difference between. I don't know the strategic difference between attacking first with a large charge and then going into a shootout, or starting with the shootout and going with the large attack next. I just prefer to go with a mass attack. You know, hit them with the 1-2. Because anytime you stop and shoot it out, and you get behind like this, it becomes incredibly hard to reorganize for another attack. When you got the whole entire team on board for, I don't know, a full push one side, then a full push the other side, and then from there you decide what you're gonna do, or or whatever.
open, you'll get shot.
Keep firing down this line.
Yeah, get a nice skirmish formation, and we're gonna be shooting.
It can kind of feel like gambling when you're doing full pushes like that. Like, okay, I'm gonna full push left right out of spawn and try to get there as fast as I can and see if I can beat CSA's reaction. But then you do it again, but you go the other side, and so you see if you beat their reaction, because maybe they still have people on this side running over to help them. And guess what? You can try again and try to beat them again, and you're almost gambling, just trying to beat them to the location. A lot of maps that's not going to work because of the sheer distance.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. I agree. The distance that the defenders have to run to shift from one side of the map, on some maps like Harper's Ferry Graveyard, Garland Stand, there's just too short of a distance. They just can run from one side of the field to the other of the map, from their right to their left, and match the CSA, the Union. This might be one of those maps where they might be able to do that. There's a lot of obstacles though. There's up and overs, and you have to go up and over the fence, and you have to go behind the house. So it's not as simple. I mean, it's quite a bit wider than both those maps. Well, Garland Stand's pretty wide, but not as much concealment. So the CSA should be able to shift their lines left and right to match whatever the Union's doing. But the thing is, I don't think the Union's kind of given the CSA a reason to have to try to do that yet. I think you have to make them demonstrate. I think you have to make the defense demonstrate that they are coordinated. And if you can see that they're coordinated, and you see how they react to your attack, then you can make a plan from there. Me, I can't make a plan from there. I'm not. But you have a better idea of what to do after the first failed attack, because you at least have information of. You should be able to kind of see what their game plan is, especially as if you watch them reset up. If you watch them run back to the positions, if you watch them shift to help you on one side and shift back to their original positions, then you can understand their game plan a little bit, and maybe you can exploit it a little bit. Maybe you could then do a feint. Maybe you could be like, okay, let's set a couple flags one side, full push the other side, spawn all the other guys in on the right, and then do a push from there before they can get over here. On a map like this, you might be able to do that. Maybe you get all your flags in the graveyard there, and do a full mass suicide charge on this corner here, and just spawn in over there. And then as the CSA is shifting over this way, all the flags and everyone moves up and take their spot. That could work, but that only will work. That would only work if you've had conditioned the CSA that, with this type of charge. Which is now they're going to condition the CSA saying, hey, we can do a coordinated attack. Look, we're coordinating on this right side, and we're attacking. CSA is now seeing this as a demonstration of force, and they're going to bring their man over. These guys, that's at least my prediction. I don't think these CSA guys over here are going to be content with just shooting it out. They are working on incomplete information though, so if they might not be willing to go over there until they know it's the rest of the entire Union team. The attack has kind of stagnated here on the fence line. I don't usually see this go very well for the Union on the fence here. It looks like the CSA group is willing to just shoot it out. Maybe once they learn the entire Union team's over there, maybe they'll shift.
Yeah, we're gonna change positions in that moment. We're just gonna shoot their side in a second.
I think he's gonna move over here. I think they are content just moving and shooting in their side. Because the Union's attack has stagnated, apparently the extent of the Union attack was run up to the fence. Which I think you leave someone there and then you move around this right side. You need to come over here. You need to get over here as one group, because then you can turn the CSA group. If the CSA turns to meet you or turns to charge you out, well, hey, you just run back towards your friendlies. But stagnating here, you're just letting yourself get pushed in on by this group of.
Legs, front legs.
And this is just a ticket drain from this. Now this CSA unit could be in trouble.
Alright,
One
hold
officer's
this
running
line,
forward.
Hold this.
Charging. We're charging, boys.
Against 20.
Interesting choice. It looks like these unions dying out of line. And the teams, they didn't get, both companies didn't charge that CSA group at the same time. So that CSA group wins the fight, gets their officer back, and can just live happily ever after there. Yeah, CS Union has needed to be more aggressive for a while. I think they've needed to just push in.
Icon, what's up, bro?
What we've got, I didn't do roll call, I don't think. We got Biggest Dickus,
You just gotta charge up the house and just take the
Moose,
house.
Kookie, and Icon for Union. I don't see who you got for CSA here. You got Lasta, Donald Trump.
Company A, we are breaking out to the left. Mass fuel coming in. Break it.
Another thing that could work as the Union is now that this position here is abandoned, you might be able to get everyone onto it, take the point. The problem is you'll take a lot of casualties on the point, but Ricky, not Bobby again,
Honestly,
makes another
better
thing.
better than a lot of Union teams.
Over here. There was a solo finish.
Alright, up and over the second fence, boys. And getting these woods.
Low, shoot low, waste. Kill that flag,
Oof.
focus fire on that flag.
Thought I saw Rambo over here.
Oh, they got him.
Oh, we got friendlies around.
CSA is moving in to charge. It looks like that's Union was able to get their flags into the bush, I think, but if that CSA flag goes down here, that's good for the Union. But they couldn't quite keep it down. And the flags ran back out of the bush. I think they must have been taking too much artillery fire. Meanwhile, Union's just trickling in too much. This man's going to cost his team a lot of
Up and over this.
tickets like that. So are these gentlemen. That's going to be a lot of tickets. There's an entire CSA line there, Moose.
Okay, they are right down.
Yep, that's a lot of tickets that are going to be lost for the Union there. And I think that's a CSA victory. I don't see a way the Union's going to come back from this here. They can put the CSA into breaking. I'd say if they do, it's going to be with like 4 minutes left on the black timer. But they'll go last. I think they'll go final push before then, so I don't think there's a chance. Union just has it chosen its side. It has it pushed together. I think just full pushing together up the hill on this side is the most successful strategy on this map. I could be wrong. I've seen plenty of like early cap fallback strategies kind of work, depending on how good your enemy's shooting. If you can get away with putting a small group of people here and taking the point, and pulling back, then that's a good strategy. But generally they get shot to bits and it doesn't work, especially after the accuracy update months ago now. Excuse me.
We're gonna hit the house and we're gonna go right into the house. Run past these guys. Run past them. Run past them. Go right. Go right. Go right. Go right. Go right. Go right.
Nice. Good
Go right. Go right.
Keep moving.
They're running past them. I'm interested in that. That's actually working out fairly decent. I think they're going to get the early cap. They really confused that CSA unit. The CSA unit, I don't know if they have the idea. That's crazy what's happened. Early cap is not going to happen. This Union group's trying to do all of it, everything by themselves.
Boys are behind them. Fuck them in the ass. Fuck them in the ass.
Yeah, they kind of cut off the flags. Did they get them both? They did not. If the Union there cut off the CSA flags, that might have actually cut off that entire stream of an attack down the road, but the flags didn't get killed, so unsuccessful attempt there. Kind of unique though. I liked it. If these guys had timed it at the same time, like, see how these guys are all reacting. They're all moving over. If these guys had been moving at that moment, they could be up here on the corner taking the position. Their guys' death and distraction. Because that almost made the CSA think there was two companies going right like this. The remaining of these guys who could see what was going on still saw people streaming in down the road. Kind of came in and charged them. And then it almost looked like a second company was hitting him in the back here. So it was like, it was pretty good. Pretty good little attack. Probably cost the CSA, the Union, a lot of tickets. The Union probably lost a lot of tickets for it, but it was pretty cool. I could see that being effective if it was done at the right time. The fact that the rest of this team just stood there and didn't do much out of it was a problem. But if the CSA doesn't react in time, then this should be pretty good. This group of guys are going to get behind the barn here and be able to shoot down upon them. But do they get there in time? Yeah, the entire CSA team is trying to stop this push by the Union. But pushing up to this fence is big, but you got to use your pistol. Icon's pistol was not used, but neither was the CSA's pistol. So now, this actually could be all right for the Union. I mean, they're bringing everyone this way. So this again, this is a good move from the Union if it was timed well. If there's an attack going down the left side right now from Maine, if those guys make a move, great attack by the Union. But if those guys don't make a move, this is probably a wasted chance.
Oh shit, they're up here. Oh shit.
Come on, boys, let's go.
The Union is doing fairly good. That CSA group that's behind the barn could come and finish off this Union group, and that's what they're gonna go do. So without the coordinated attack from this side, there was absolutely nothing. These guys, this absolutely stagnated, beautiful attack by the Union on this right side is kind of being thwarted by the lack of action on the other side of the map. Just these two flanks that the Union cannot coordinate together to attack at the same time. But there's a chance for the Union to put CSA into breaking at the same time that the Union goes final push. And then the Union will have a chance to take the point and win. So now this is wrong. You see two Union flags down and then you're going. This is the like, I don't know.
They want us to run right into them. We ain't gonna play that game.
I mean, they have the numbers to run right into him, so.
Like our plan.
Open over this fence and go, go, go.
That would have been a really good attack had it been at the right time.
They're coming up behind us.
Oh.
Kill all these. Bye-bye.
Well, they did almost all die at the same time, though, so hopefully these guys won't push in by themselves, and we'll see a coordinated attack from both sides. What I would like to see is a full attack. If all the units were able to come onto this side, it has been demonstrated that you can make it up to this fence. I think you get all the Union companies up here on this fence to hold all the flanks. And by that I mean have one company holding the northern flank while the rest of them are shooting across the west. And you can push into point from there if you so want. CSA is bringing all their guys behind that barn. They're anticipating a full-out attack on the left side. It looks like they're bringing most of their men behind this barn. And then they'll have two companies here on the left to deal with the Union if they try to do it again. So the CSA's plan is changing. Their position of where they are defending from is changing as they're reacting to what the Union's doing. So now, if the Union were to fully push left all at the same time, I think they'd have a better chance because of all those men behind the barn there. Does the Union know that? Probably not. So if they do attempt to push that right side again, they might all be pushed out because the CSA has allocated a lot of the resources to the left side. There we go. I was able to get the word out.
There is smoke coming from.
Yep, CSA has been pretty well entrenched in that little intersection there, or that little the shade of the trees.
Oh, I've got some music for you.
Here's the Otto and Sherrick classic.
Fishing it, it's the truth.
This is the CSA classic, hanging out on top of that building, trying to snipe across the way. CSA classic. Yeah, it looks like Union's slowly taking the damage that they need to avoid. Looks like Union's gonna hit final push before they can even put CSA into breaking. So they won't even, I don't know if they will even have a chance to win this game. Union is making a push though. CSA did kind of shift all their men already over here on the right, so they did see this coming. It looks like. So this will put Union into final push and probably be the end of the game. The Union's only chance is they get a foothold here with their flags. They can push CSA down to breaking and take the point. But if they take the point before they do that, then they're just gonna get shot down to last stand and lose. So they cannot afford to take the point. So running across the point is splitting up their team. But to be honest, that's a very spicy move. I like running all your guys here and running them across the point. That was pretty cool. Because now you've pretty much beaten them to this side, or at least made it there at the same time. And now they're... Ooh, if they had killed that officer, that would be good. The CSA flag going down might be... Oh, Union gets into there. Not enough Union guys. That charge will fizzle out. Union's going to go into a final push from this charge on the right. Fizzling out. There it is. Final push. That was pretty good. They did take out a lot of CSA tickets. So had they been able to put CSA into breaking right there, I think that this team could have just this company could have just pushed forward and tried to take the point. So that was pretty close. With that flag being down though, it's kind of been a struggle. I didn't think the Union was going to win for a long while now. They're kind of getting the CSA group's kind of getting charged out. Trickle charge from the Union. See if they said GG in chat. Looks like here's the move that'll put CSA into breaking, but it's a little too late. Unless there's some serious skill. If every single one of these men kills 2 people, then perhaps the Union has a chance. But they have to all kill 2 people over there pretty much. And it looks like it wasn't meant to be for the Union. Looks like they were... I was excited for them on this map. I like this map. CSA does have have an advantage there, but they do have to play it well to win. So, if the attackers are playing coordinated, then the CSA has to play well to win. CSA wisely is moving 2 point since they're about to hit breaking. They're just gonna funnel all their med 2 point. Since they're about to hit breaking, they can't afford the Union to even take the point. So there it is. Alright, thanks for watching. It's been a public match. 2 in a row today. I'll try to be doing more in the future. But, never know. Zoo. Good job from the CSA moving back and forth. They had good communication, it seems like, because they were just able to move their men back and forth, left and right. I did like this move that the Union did when they hit this corner and tried to win the race to the right side. If these guys hadn't reacted in time, then it could have been nice. All right, 2-1 kills, but the Union still had a chance to win. Such is the nature of the game. Zoo. I'll see you in the next one.